Hi creatives, welcome back to my YouTube channel, The Creative Light. If today is your first time of stopping by, you are welcomed. In today's tutorial, we'll be learning how to make this palazzo trouser with elastic band at the waist. If this is something you are interested in, keep on watching. This video is for you. Please ensure to watch to the end of the video so that you can have a better understanding on how to make this very beautiful palazzo pants. Let's get started. Materials needed: I have adhesive fabric about 2 yards. I also have my crepe fabric, elastic, scissors, tape and French curve. I went ahead to fold my fabric into two to cut the front of the pant first. To get the material to put on fold, you divide your hip by 4 and add about 5 to 6, but for me I use 4.5, right? Then at the top I'm going to mark ½ inch for my top line. That's my starting line, which is also my waist line. I rolled it across. From that top line, my elastic band is 2 inches, so I'll just put that 2 inches. From that 2 inches, that's where I'll mark my hip depth. My hip depth is 9.5, right, from my waist. That's high waist trouser. So for the crouch depth, I'll show you how to measure your crop depth. You sit on a flat surface like the picture in the video and get your crouch depth. So I've put my crouch depth. Then from that starting point, I get my trouser length. My trouser length is 44. Then I added extra 2 inches, making it 46 for seam allowance. I want the seam allowance there to be bold, the hemming allowance to be bold, right? You can use 1 inch or 1.5. On that crouch line, I'll divide my hip by 4, then add 2 inch for ease and sewing allowance. That measurement on the crouch, I'm going to put it on the hip line and also on the waist line. Then I'll connect the points. To get the crouch extension for the front, you divide your hip by 4. Whatever you got, like my hip is divided by 4 is 9.5. 9.5 divided by 4 is 2.3. Then I just approximated it to 2.5 and I marked it, right? So on that point, you go up by 1 inch and make a curve. I hope you understand me. I'll measure what I got on that crouch and take it down. What I got there is 14 inches. So I'm just going to mark that 14 inches down to the length of the trouser. Then I'll connect the points. I'll cut it out from that point. The 2-inch sewing allowance, I didn't measure it. I didn't mark it. So I'll just mark it there, roll it across, then make a notch so that when I want to fold the hem, it will be easy for me to fold it. Notch that point, that 2 inches point. Then I'll cut everything out. I'll open up the sides. I'm gonna ahead to place my front on the back. For the waist, I went out by 2 inches. On the hip, I also went out by 2 inches. On the crotch, I went out by 2 inches, right? On the waist, on top, I came up by 2 inches. Then I connected it to the other side of the waist, right? So if you're on a big side, you can do 2.5 or 3 inches, right? But if you're on a small size like me, you can just use 2 inches, right? So that same 2 inches, you take it down to the length of the trouser and cut out. Make sure to include your sewing allowance. I'll take out the front, then also open the sides of the back. The next thing to do is to join the front to the front and back to the back along that crouch area, right? We're just going to sew it by 1/2 inch. So I've gone ahead to sew the front and back, right? After sewing, please ensure to iron. Open up your seams after sewing. I didn't iron at this point, but I later did. Then you place the front to the back, right side facing each other, then open up the seams. You can take your pin, spin it, then sew it. Sew the inseam. Sew the two sides, right? So I've sewn the two sides. Then I also went ahead to open it up, open up the seams, and also hem the down of the trouser. So I'm going to show you how I hem the down of the trouser. I folded 0.25, right? You can fold 1/2 inch. I just folded 0.25. I ironed it to keep it in place for it to relax. I'll do it to the end. On that place that I notched, right, that's where I'm going to fold the second folding, right? So you're just going to fold that place that you notch. To get a clean finish, I'm going to use my hemming gum, right? You can decide to sew it, but I want to use my hemming gum. I'm just doubling the hemming gum so that it will stay. After that, I iron. That's what you do to the end. You double your hemming gum, then give it a very good press. That's it on how to hem the trouser. Then the next thing to do is to sew the sides of the trouser. You sew the left and also sew the right side of the trouser. Whenever you sew, ensure to open up your seams, right, for you to have a very good finish. The next thing to do is to measure the waist. Measure around the waist. whatsoever the measurement of the waist is, you use it to cut your band, right? Just add extra 2 inches to the waist measurement for seam allowance. The waist measurement I got was 47. I added extra 2 inches, making it 49. Then I went ahead to fold it. The measurement on fold is 2.5, but when you open it is 5 inches. Then I sewed it. That place that I sewed, the seam allowance area, I'm going to match it with the back seam allowance, right? Make sure they align. Then I'll take the band round. After that, I'll take it over to the sewing machine and sew the band round. Then I'll leave 1 inch for elastic. I've sewn the band and also went ahead to press it, right? Then I left the 1 inch opening for elastic. For my elastic, I measured my normal waist. Then I subtracted 5 from the normal waist to get the elastic. I hope you understand me. You just subtract 5 from your 5 or 3 inches depending on how stretchy your elastic is. Then I'm just going to overlap it and close the top. I've stitched that opening and our trouser is ready. Can you see how beautiful it is? And it's so easy to make. Alright, that will be all for today's tutorial. If you found this video useful, please give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment. Also, if you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you waiting for? Please go ahead and subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notification bell so that you'll be notified whenever I upload new videos. Alright, see you in my next one. Bye for now.